Having an off start. So let's see what the daily message is for all of you. The more people that join in, the more the energy shifts. So if the messages shift, just know that that's why. So let's take a look and see what is it that you need to know at this current time. What do you need to know at this current time? We have Nine of Wands, the Strength card, Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant, Knight of Cups, Page of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. Okay. So overall, you guys may have a lot on your plate. Take your time. Some of you are in an energy of where like you're slightly wounded or you're just not at your best. You may need to rest more. There's also a cup right here that could be tea or coffee. So just pay attention to your water intake. Yeah, there's an issue with like time management or like deadlines or just having a lot that you need to do. And if you can just sort it out in a way that's not overwhelming to you, that could help. With the strength card, also, you guys have a lot of strength, a lot of resilience, and I feel like that's why you do get tested a lot. I feel like you get tested more than a regular person. You also have surpassed things that seemed like insurmountable to other people. There were certain things that you went through that should have like made you crumble or should have made you just like slow down. And if anything, it made you push harder, which I feel like is a strength in its own. But at the same time, it's okay to give up. Like in certain things, you have to basically gauge and know when is it worth your time and when is it time for you to let go. I never noticed that, but in this card, she also has like an evil eye necklace. So I don't know if you guys have pendants or just runes or things that protect you. Your protection rituals, you may have to increase that at this current time. I also feel like there's gossip going on around you, but this isn't necessarily a bad thing. The gossip is that someone's interested in you. They're not telling you directly, but they may have told a friend or like a coworker or some form of telephone is going on. You may even be shipped with someone. Shipping means when people see two people that they feel like should be together or like their energy complements each other. In other people's minds, it's like people are already shipping you and someone else together. So I don't know if they're okay. This is weird. So other people are like actively manifesting a connection for you, and this may be like the divine's way of propelling you or drawing you to another individual, because subconsciously people can see that you guys might be an energetic match. Some of you have choices between two different people, but they all bring something different. One of them is steady, stable, grounded, mature. They have a lot of practical things to offer. This person is consistent in their behavior. So if you need someone that's more consistent, that is there on a practical sense, this is the type of person that I feel like would be more beneficial. And then there's this other person who's more of a romantic, someone who has a lot of emotions to give, someone who will always make sure you're emotionally sound, a person that I feel like travels often. This one takes care of their health. They're very disciplined. And this one, they're just very charming. They're very nurturing, very compassionate. It depends on what your needs are, but you're gonna have to basically decide what path you want to take, left or right, or none at all, and staying single. That's certainly up to you. I also feel like there's gonna be money shifts. You're gonna be making more money the next, I believe, 2 months, depending on what your spending habits are. Now, if you're just gonna recklessly spend and give into impulses, then obviously that's going to be different for you. But if you're the type that will budget well and you know how to take care of your finances, you will receive an increase in resources, unexpected income. Some of your family really miss you. Some of you might live at a distance from your family, but they just miss you being around because you were kind of like the glue that kept everything together. So what's weird is that you may have been like the black sheep of the family, the one that was always targeted, the punching bag of the unit. And they literally took your energy for granted. But now that you're gone, it's like they don't get together as often. So it's like your energy was the glue that kind of kept everything together. With the Page of Swords, also, some of you are very sharp with your words, maybe even slightly blunt or abrasive. So it's okay to tone it down a bit. You just might be on edge. Some of you are just on edge, or when you're stressed out, like you can tell in the way that you speak. Um, a lot of you would make like a great PI because your investigative skills are crazy. Like I know I am. I don't know if it's just the air sign thing, but I can find out a lot about someone just with the phone, a computer. So yeah, your investigative skills are next level. It's like borderline stalker. Like not calling you a stalker. I'm just saying you have stalkerish skills. But at the same time, um, it's best for you to use the skills that you already have to try to make money instead of like trying to invest in a new project. So it's totally up to you what you want to do. I also feel like you may have to just go more into your loving, caring, nurturing, compassionate energy rather than being abrasive, especially with the people that you're dealing with. With these type of people, it's easier to sweeten them with honey than to try to, I guess, be harsh. So like use your charm. You don't have to be mean to get what it is that you desire. Use your charm and you can charm your way into getting exactly what it is that you want. If you have a specific goal in mind, this is very slow and steady type of energy. It's not going to be completed overnight. So don't try to overburden yourself by giving yourself deadlines that are way too close. So take your time. With the Hierophant, also, there may be a commitment coming in for you. This commitment doesn't have to be relationship wise. It could be you committing to a project or you committing to learning something. Some of you are feeling called to learn more information about something that you're researching and just follow those nudges. Follow those intuitive nudges. Some of you are bored where you're at and you want to travel, you want to move around, you need a vacation. So yeah, you can manifest that. If you really want a vacation, put it into your forefront of your mind and you will manifest it. I just feel like it just may take some time. If money is an issue, you could work around that as well. Yes, you do have limitations, but you can work around those limitations. There is always a way. There's always a way for you to get what it is that you desire. Some of you are going to have to work on collaboration. That may be a key theme for you within the next 3 months. It's collaboration, learning to trust people again. Not everyone is going to F you. Like not everyone is out to get you. Not everyone is self-serving. Some people, especially if you're in a vibration where you're now able to attract connections that are actually beneficial to you. You may have been in the energy in the past where you were very closed off or your energy seemed like it was self-serving, so you were attracting people that were like a mirror to you. So now that it's a new cycle, new people are coming in, new people to collaborate with, people that you can trust, they are reliable, so you just have to give someone a shot. With the devil energy being here as well, there's a lot of vices that could come up. This is also temptation. So what is your temptation? For other people, it could be anything. For other people, it's food, it's overthinking. Mine is THC. I'm an air sign, so I don't know if it's just like I like to not be in my head. I like to not feel grounded. I like to feel like I'm floating in the air. So yeah, everyone has a vice. And there may be like flare ups or like triggers that will make you want to overindulge. If you can just stay in the energy of moderation, you don't have to cut it out completely, right? Just moderation is key. Having a little bit of everything is what I feel like will keep you balanced. But if you want to get rid of this vice altogether, you can do it. I just feel like it depends. It depends on each person. Some of you guys, the vice is connected to somebody else who has a very addictive energy and it is hard to resist them. You know what it is that you need to work on. And like I said, you may not have to cut it out completely. Either you need a tolerance break or moderation. So things are going to get easier. If you've been feeling like overburdened, like if you just have so much on your plate, like it's okay to take a day or two to just do nothing. I know you're like bills, I got things to pay. And it's like, okay, well, if you can afford to just have a little bit of a break, even if it's just an hour every day where you just do nothing and you just reset your mind, it can really help. Some of you really need to go out, like just go out, have a good time, do what makes you happy, mingle with people, go out by yourself if you need to. And yes, your energy is so potent that you will you'll draw people to you anyway. So you don't have to go out with like friends or have a group. You can just go out by yourself and naturally you will draw people to you. So let me get another deck. That way, because like, man, you can't just be all work, no play. Like, this is so much work. There needs to be moderation, half and half, 70-30, something like that. It can't just be all work, no play. It has to be that you're working for something that's actually worth it. And in order for you to have a reset, sometimes you just need a break. You just need a day off. You just need a day to go out where you're not worried about responsibilities. Red lipstick stains also. Someone likes your lips. Yeah. Someone stares at you, or they really try not to look at you, or they try not to make it obvious, but everybody else has noticed. This person usually, like I said, they usually don't fall for people. This is the type of person that has options. They always have options. They always have people throwing themselves at them. But when it comes to you, like, they're very intrigued. They're very intrigued with your energy. They're very intrigued with your essence. When you're around, they just feel like, I don't even know if it's butterflies or if it's like something going on with their diaphragm. Someone likes you and they just have to keep it to themselves right now because I don't know. They're just gonna keep it to themselves. They're not gonna tell you, but you're gonna feel it and you're gonna be like, their mask is going to crack in certain moments, like in small, minute moments. That mask that they have cracks, their guard will go down, and then as soon as they notice it, it'll go right back up, and you'll be like, do they like me? Like, did I see that? Yeah, you saw that right. Don't let anybody gaslight you. You saw that right. I also feel like you may be pushed to kick certain people to the curb. Some of you, I feel like, will be moving or even traveling with these suitcases. I don't feel like it's an eviction vibe. I feel like it's you either evicting people out of your life, like blocking off access to certain people because you're just realizing that they're just taking you for granted. And you're like, okay, well, you want to take me for granted? I'm going to cut off access to me. Let's see how you like that. So that's okay. If you feel the need to kick people to the curb, that's fine. Also, don't listen to other people's opinions right now because they are projecting mad stuff onto you. Like, you could ask someone for an opinion or just for like their point of view, and their point of view, you're going to notice it's going to be very skewed, very like from a limited poverty mindset. So don't listen to anybody but yourself. Don't listen. Even if it's someone that usually has good advice, there's something going on with the energy where you're being forced to listen to your own intuition above all. So you can expect indirect gaslighting. They're not doing it to you on purpose, where you're like, hey, I think this way about this, and they're gonna be like, nah, I think it's the opposite. I think you shouldn't do that. I think it's completely different. And it's basically a test. Like, are you going to listen to other people, or are you going to listen to your gut and your intuition, even if you don't necessarily have proof? So right now, don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to what they want you to do, what they think you should do. Nah, listen to your own opinion above all. And trash. Get rid of trash. This could be mental trash or just things that just you don't need anymore. Certain mindsets that you used to have or ways of thinking does not serve you. So the things that served you in 2025, you're going to have to throw all of that out and start completely from scratch, because those ideologies, it's like you're in a completely different cycle, and this cycle has completely different rules. So you're going to see the things that used to work for you last year, they're not going to work for you this year. You're going to be like, okay, well, when I did that last year, it brought me blessings, it brought me opportunities, and I do it this year and I just feel stagnant. You're in a brand new cycle, different rules, different reality. So yeah, things are not the same. You guys may have like quantum jump into a different energy you're going to get success. You're going to get mad recognition around this time. 6 of Wands, the spotlight is definitely on you. If you're on social media, people are going to be watching your things more than usual, way more views. People watching your stories more. Yeah, with the world, you closed out a cycle and now you're in a brand new one. So if in the last cycle you were attracting nothing but toxic people, in this one it's going to be different. You must have passed the test if you're starting something completely brand new. Also, watch out for fixed signs. Anyone around you that's Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, or if they have that heavily in their chart, there's going to be a lot of stubbornness. So if you're working with other people, it may be best right now to just kind of retreat and work with yourself. They will catch up to you. Believe that. They're going to see you. They're going to see you progressing. They're going to see your methods working for you. And it's actually going to give them a push to do what it is that they need to do. So if you're the type that's like, okay, I want to take everyone with me on this pathway to success, you're leading the way. You're leading the pack. So just do what you need to do and people will follow you. They'll follow what you're doing. Even if it's in a way of like copying or mimicking, hey, guess what? You're helping people heal because they're watching you heal and they're like, okay, well the viewer is healing and they seem to be having all of this success and all this notoriety and all of this recognition. Well, let me do the same thing. And in a way, like you inspire them. Yeah, you inspire them. So if you feel the need to have a certain niche or to put out your projects on the internet, do it. It will be well received. Someone's going to need to hear that message. You're going to inspire someone. Your energy and your essence is basically going to travel through the phone, through the computer, through the iPad, and it's going to hit them right in the heart chakra. So if you really want to make a difference, some of you are being pushed to expand in the internet. We also have Three of Wands. Your ships are coming in, not now, but soon. So keep working and do the due diligence, even if you feel like, I'm not getting what I deserve right now. I'm not getting paid what I'm worth. It is okay. Just because you're not getting blessings now does not mean it's not going to hit you all at once later. With the Knight of, I believe this is Knight of Cups. Yeah, just continue to use your charm. When I hit people with kindness, when they're mean to me, or when they have like ill intentions, like I notice it makes them feel even more like dirt. So no, I'm not gonna match your energy with toxicity. I'm gonna make you feel like dirt because you're gonna be like, it makes them self-reflect because they're like, wow, why am I acting like this towards this person that does, even after they see I have bad intentions, like they're still trying to support me. Like it really destabilizes people. I've noticed that. And there's times where you have to bring that sword out. You'll know when people like start taking you for granted and they just feel like, oh, this person's just nice and kind and I can just walk all over them. When you bring that sword out, they get destabilized because they're like, whoa, I didn't know you had that in you. Like it's gonna make me look at you differently now. With the Devil, some of you may be having like spell work done towards you. You're gonna know in your dreams. I've been having dreams about people that I had no idea felt that way towards me. I was like, really? That's really how you feel? You're so nice to me in person, but when I'm asleep, like I see how you truly are. So yeah, pay attention to your dreams. There's hidden messages there that you may have to interpret. I also feel like moon cycles contribute to your mood. So if you pay attention to a moon calendar and how throughout the month your energy shifts or changes, I feel like a moon cycle has a major effect. Like you see what it does to the earth with the tides, so why would it not affect you as a person, right? So work with the moon cycles, waxing, waning, crescents. And with the Five of Cups, if you do feel the need to grieve. Don't just suck it up and feel like, okay, well, yeah, I'm feeling sad, but I don't want to address that. Grieve so that you can let it go once and foremost, so you're not sitting on that and you can progress forward. Because happiness, this is you at your core, happy, content, in your own energy, like without even anything. Content, happy, wish fulfillment. And so when you're not feeling like that, when you just wake up feeling off, something happened in your dream state that threw you off. And with the Five of Cups, this is like you needing to address that. You guys can tell when there's energy shifts. Sometimes it's not even you. It's people like throwing daggers at you energetically and you're absorbing it. So cleansing is something that I feel is really important for someone like you. Like most people, they're not even in the realms that you're in. So you end up absorbing things from other realms. Some of you astral travel while you're asleep. So you can get 8 hours of sleep and you wake up and you're like, I'm still exhausted. Like, what is the deal? You're fighting in the astrals. Sometimes I see myself in my sleep. Like I go to places where it seems like people are in trouble and it's like I help them. And once I help them, I wake up and I'm like, that was really weird. And it seems like a place that's just like Earth, except the atmosphere or the environment's a little bit different. Sometimes it could even be underground. Once I went to hell, and I feel like hell is a realm. I don't think it's like, I feel like it's like a reality or something. And it was scary. But at the same time, I needed to be there because they were like feeding off of children. It was weird. It was a weird dream, but I knew. So if you have weird dreams like that, you guys are probably astral travelers. You go to other realms, you help people out, people that seek your energy. It's almost like a siren or a beacon goes out and then you are summoned. So let yourself be. If you're tired, allow yourself to nap. You're human or human-like. And yeah, King of Cups, Eight of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Like, your independence really irks people. Like, they want you to need them. They're used to being needed and wanted. So some of you attract partners that are used to people needing them. And then they meet you and they're like, you don't need me? Like, what is my purpose here in general? So I feel like it's not an insecure thing. It's like some people have never met somebody who's sovereign like you. Sovereign, you regulate your own emotions, you make your own money, you pay your own bills, you do everything that you need to do for yourself. And so it really intimidates people. And I feel like sometimes that's why women or men run from you, because they feel like you don't need them and their ego needs to be stroked. Like, I need somebody that needs me. I need somebody that I know can't just dispose of me at a whim. So I feel like that's what people fear. When they're with you, they have like this fear of being left behind or this fear of being left in general. And they're like, this person is so happy and content in their own energy. Like, they can leave me at any given time. I don't want that. Like, I don't want to deal with that uncertainty. It's their own issues, honestly. So with the King of Cups, like, you have a poker face and people can't read your energy. So people that can usually read others have a very hard time reading you. And it leaves them even more perplexed because they're like, I can tap into anyone's energy. But for you, like, I have a very hard time understanding what you're thinking, what you're feeling. And you just intrigue people. You make them question, like, okay, so what is this person? Why is their energy like this? Why do I think about them often? You have a very strong core and your energy is like a vortex. So once someone gets sucked into it, it's very hard for them to detach. That's why you get a lot of people that get obsessed with you, because they get sucked into your vortex and then they have to like climb their way out. With the Seven of Pentacles also, they love how patient you are. People love how patient you are. They've never met somebody so patient. So like, even in times when you shouldn't have patience, it's like you still do. You're still loving, you're still caring, you're still compassionate. Like, don't get me wrong, you have another side to you. And like, very few people have seen that side. But you at the core, like, you're the type of person that builds a harvest. Everything that you water, anything your energy waters grows. People have seen other individuals change because they've been encountered with you. I also feel like people that you date, their parents get like this weird jealousy towards you. It's very freaking bizarre. You would think a parent would be happy that their child has found somebody that helps them grow and ascend and transform, but instead they get jealous. Cause it's like, I couldn't get my kid to do that. So like, what's so special about you that you can do that? Weird. Anyways, yeah. Also, a lot of people that are in their ego tend to be very reckless around you. Like, they just can't help but to have snarky remarks because your presence really rubs them the wrong way. They also feel inferior every time you're in the room. People with the ego that have self-esteem issues feel very inferior in your presence. They also feel like you suck up all the attention. So what do they need to do to bring the attention back to them? Like, do something shady, do something conniving, make some snarky remark, hoping that people will back them up. And instead, it just exposes them even more. Also, you have no issue walking away from things. Your detachment skills are next level. Like, you can detach from someone overnight, even if it hurts you, even if it's painful. If it's for the best, you will do it. And you're able to juggle a lot of things at once. Not a lot of people can do this. Not a lot of people can juggle. Like, everything around them will fall apart if they're not focused on what it is that they need to do. So, messages that you need to know at this current time. Messages that you need to know at this current time. We have red flags, intuition, dreams, clarity, which is basically what we were talking about. Pay attention to your dreams because I feel like they're going to show you things that you cannot see or that you're not able to see in your waking life. The red flags are going to be loud. If before you were able to like smooth things over with people, the red flags this time are going to be loud. Your chakra systems have aligned and cleared out. Maybe there was blockages before, especially in the root chakra, but I feel like you've cleared it out either with meditation, with just working on yourself, eating certain foods. And yeah, certain people that you left in the past, like they really have to drown their thoughts in order to cope. They have to like rely on substances because you left these people so puzzled. They thought they had you in a trap when really you like Uno reversed them. And now these people are messed up in the head. I feel like you've had people so perplexed that they don't know how you saw what you saw. How did you see what my true intentions were? How did you like basically play chess with me without even noticing? I feel like the best manipulators, even the best of the best narcs, the best sociopaths are like no match for you. They meet somebody like you and it really messes with their mind because the power that they thought they had is completely dismantled. I also feel like people want to be connected to you. They want to be a part of your family. This guy's face is just very menacing. They want to be a part of your family, but it is for the wrong reasons because they know you're attached to money. People can tell you come from a bloodline of wealth. Even if like the previous your ancestors had issues with money blockages, you're the one that breaks that generational curse, or at least you're meant to in this lifetime. And people know with your energy, they can make more money. They can make more resources. You can guide them in the right direction, especially with your gifts and your intuition. You can tell me exactly what to invest in. I'm the type of person, I even use tarot for stocks or even to know what I should invest my money into. And guess what? It's always right. So that's also a skill set. Some of you have gifts, but you're just very limited in how you use them because you can use them in other ways. Most people only use tarot for love. I'm not that kind of reader because I'm like, I'm not going to put you in this perpetual state of just like nonsense. Like, no, I'm going to tell you how you can use your gifts. Use your gifts to make money. Use them to make resources. Use them to create new pathways. That's what it was for, right? That's what you were given that for. I also feel like a lot of people question their sexuality when they're around you. Especially, okay, let's say you're a woman, right? Other women, they're very fond of you and it makes them confused because they're like, I know I'm not into women like that. So like, why do I feel like that about you? Same thing with men. If you're a man, like other men, they get weirded out when they're around you because it's love. What you represent is love, right? But they've never felt that type of essence from a masculine energy before. At least someone who is very comfortable giving love without anything and not expecting anything in return. So it makes them very unsure. And that's part of the secret. Part of the secrets that they keep is that you you just make them question themselves. You also have a very strong telepathic communication. I can think about someone and they'll call me within 30 minutes to an hour. And I can even feel the energy of people that are not willing to reach out. Like I can tell. You can tell too. You can tell when someone's thinking about you. You have a very strong telepathic communication, not just with people in general, but with the collective. You can tell when the collective's about to go through something harsh because you can feel the energy. There's also something called the Schumann Resonance app, and it basically monitors like energy shifts within the planet in general. Usually I'll look at this app when I can feel something off. I can feel heavy downloads. You might want to download that. If you're feeling off and you're like, man, I feel like something weird's happening, check the Schumann Resonance app. You'll see all the peaks in energy because it basically taps into like the electromagnetic field of the planet. And it'll show you like, okay, today there's an energy spike. So you might feel a bit of like anxiety. So there's always things that contribute to why you feel how you feel. You're not just having a mood shift for no reason. There's something backed up behind it. Okay, so let's see what else. Last spread. What do you guys need to know? The world. Traveling is definitely in your future. That could be city to city, province, state to state, some of you international, depending on what your limitations are. We also have judgment, page of swords, two of cups, the star card, the moon, the king of pentacles. We were just talking about stocks. So yeah, with the king of pentacles, you're meant to be financially stable. You are meant to be financially comfortable to where you don't even have to look at the price tags when you buy things. That is your future. If you continue on the pathway of healing, if you tap into your creative outlets because you have so many talents, that is a pathway that you will be led to. Financial independence, financial abundance. And with the Six of Wands, victory is coming for you, especially if you feel like you're always getting looked over or people don't actually value you. I feel like you're going to attract people or a person that's going to give you the validation. It's not even like you need validation. It's just like reassurance. You're going to get reassurance from the universe that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. You were not delayed. You're not on the wrong path. Everything happens at the exact right moment that it's supposed to. With the Two of Cups, you're also going to be forming new connections, new friends, new soulmates. Whether those turn romantic or not is certainly up to you. Nothing can be forced. I feel like consent plays a big part because, yeah, the universe can bring someone into your life. But if you decide, like, okay, I want to be single, that's up to you. That's your pathway. That's what you decide. With the Page of Swords, also, there's a lot of people spying on you, spying in your life. When they drive by your home, like they drive extra slow. They're just very curious about you. You emanate this beacon of energy. And like, there's no way of you to blend in certain times. In certain moments, like you're just, even in a crowd, it's easy to spot you in a crowd because your energy is just magnificent, honestly. I feel like because you reserve it so much and you're not just out there trying to be seen, trying to be heard, your energy's potent. And it's almost like there's like this spotlight on you, whether you know it or not. So that's probably why when you're out in public, people stare. They stare and they don't know why they're staring. They don't know why they're so drawn. It's your essence. It's that light within you. It's one of the things that is your strong suits. I feel like God made you with this type of vibration because you're supposed to speak about things that actually matter in this world. And in order for you to garnish that or gain that type of attention, you're going to have a vibration that's different, a frequency that's different, as well as 10-90 ratio. Give yourself 90%, give everybody else 10%. If you're not used to that, that seems like it's selfish, but that's really what you need. 90% for you, 10% for other people, because if you're not okay, it's weird. It's like your energy is like, it's like anchored. It's a major source. When you're thrown off, everybody around you gets thrown off. There's also multiple streams. There's multiple streams of income that you're supposed to have. Also, multiple streams of creative outlets. So you're not just good at one thing. You may be the jack of all trades. That's probably why people really despise you. Because you can go into a brand new industry where someone has been in it for what, 10, 15 plus years. You just get into it and all of a sudden you're surpassing them. Why? This isn't your first lifetime. This isn't the first time that you've been on earth. So everything is kind of familiar to you. It's almost like a cheat code in a way. That's why you're good at everything. Like there's seldom things that you were not good at. And I feel like the only reason why you're not good at them is because you haven't spent that much time investing in those particular things that you feel like you're not good at. And also stormy. You could affect the weather. When I'm having a bad day, like I kid you not, the clouds will go right over the sun. Literally, if I cry, within a couple hours, it's going to start raining. And it's like clockwork. Before I noticed the pattern, I would be like, is that really happening? And then once it started happening often, that's when I realized, I'm like, okay, there's a energy transfer going on here. You also are like truth serum. You can get somebody to tell the truth about anything. I've had people confess crime that they shouldn't have even been confessing to me. And I wasn't even asking, just sitting there. People will go to you and literally confess their whole lives, all of their problems, like you're some counselor or therapist. It's your energy. It's because they feel safe. Someone is not going to be guarded around a person that they feel safe with. But because like there's a lack of judgment there, like obviously you're going to judge certain situations, but overall, I feel like there's a very pure energy there. So with confessions, you would be the perfect detective because you're gonna get that information without even trying because they're gonna confess to you anyways. They're gonna feel like they can trust you. You can get information from anybody, and that's one of your strong suits. People will tell you exactly who they are. I just feel like before you had a hard time believing it, and now when they tell you, you're like, okay, yeah, I heard that right. Yes, you did. You heard it right. Peacemaker. Look, peacemaker. You're like a diplomat. You'd be a great mediator. Your de-escalation skills are next level. Like I've never seen someone de-escalate chaos the way that you do. You could be in the middle of a fist fight, right? And somehow your presence, you make them stop. Like you make them, you're a peacemaker. You're a mediator. And on top of that, we have enslavement. So yeah, the problem with this, with you, I feel like in this lifetime, is people are trying to make you into a work slave. They want to enslave you. Yeah, emancipated slave, prisoner of war. People want to basically get you locked down and restrict you so that you cannot move. I guess that's part of what the system is trying to do to you. Is they want to turn you into a work slave. That's why this multiple streams of income is coming through. If you really do not want to work for pennies, even if you have a salary job, like you're worth way more than that. But instead, they have you working here, using your gifts, tuning them down just for a paycheck. For what? Destruction. You also have a very destructive energy. Environments that you come into, if they don't treat you right, you're a test. If they don't treat you right, that whole scenario is going to blow up. Let's say it's a group of people. You are drawn to this group for your own personal reasons. They don't treat you right. That whole group is dismantled. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Let's say it's a corporation. You work for this corporation, they mistreat you, they fire you, they let you go. A couple months down the line, bankrupt. Why? You were the domino effect that started it. So people really need to be careful about how they handle you. And it's not until hindsight, when time has already gone by, when they're already receiving their issues, their karma, that they're like, okay, ever since we did this to that person, this started happening. So yeah, you're like a ticking time bomb. People need to be very, very careful about how they handle you because there is major consequences. We also have the Wild West, cowboy, indigenous. So yeah, you may be an indigenous person or you come from an indigenous bloodline. And the industry loves having people like you. Yeah, they want to use your artistry as a form of like weaponry. It's weird. They want to manufacture your gifts. Some of them want you to have a handler. So be careful of certain things that approach you or certain people. If it seems too good to be true, it definitely is. Also, the industry has a hard time with you because you can see their tactics. You know where they're going. You know how to map what they're trying to do. So what do they try to do? Oppress you. Some of you, this is online. They try to oppress you online by shadow banning all of your videos, all of your content, so that very little people see what you're trying to do. Some of you have been oppressed since childhood. They don't want you talking, exposing all of these truths. I also feel like some of you came from a bloodline of people that were colonized. It's weird. Like some of you, the area that you live in is like a colonized area, and your ancestors made a blood pact. Basically, like cut their hands open, right? Release blood and did some sort of blood handshake, and that's why these people that are colonizers are not being haunted, because they have a part of your blood in it and it's a shield. Your blood is a shield. And whoever it is that's in the colonizer side knew that. They knew, okay, if we mix with this royal bloodline, then it's going to be hard for us to get attacked. It's going to be hard for egregors to tell who is who because we have their blood. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. Like I mean, I don't want to say too much on YouTube, but I also feel like your blood's being used in a major way. Some of you, they even try to ingest your type of people because they want access to your gifts, and they feel like, okay, well, if we can't siphon the gifts, maybe we can take it if we ingest them. It's, yeah, that's some, I'm not tapping into that. That's for something else. So last but not least, that's crazy. I believe it too. I believe it. Last but not least, just know you're the one that shifts paradigms. You're the one that shifts environments. If you get called into certain places, you're not there for long because you're just there to do your job and you move on to the next mission. You're a soldier, basically. And if you do have children and you end up passing these gifts to your children are going to be even more advanced than you are. There's a reason why you have to basically procreate with certain bloodlines. Some people like wonder, they're like, I'm such a high vibrational person. Like, why am I attracting all these narcissists, all these sociopaths? Like, why did I happen to have kids with them? It's because they were trying to, okay, the divine they had a method. We need your DNA with this demon's DNA, and we need to put it together into one body because we're going to need the next generation of angelic soldiers. So there's a method to the madness. Everything that happens, it is for a reason. Even if you feel like I'm on the wrong path, you're not on the wrong path. It's more kids here. Yeah, there's a generation of children they're basically hybrids. They're not just chosen, but they also have like the bloodline of like entities and demons in them. And that is for a reason. It's so they can't be touched. Because in the future, there's going to be a ton of burdens and they're going to need people who are protected. With the Five of Wands also, there's a lot of chaos and drama that you attract, and it's because people know who you are at the core and they try to basically destroy you. Have you ever noticed that no one ever comes to you one-on-one? It's always tag teamed, 3+ people versus one person. And are they ever successful? No. Doesn't matter how many burdens you feel like you have on your plate, they can never get you down, ever. You're ultimately protected. And some of you would do really well with growing foods, growing plants. That may be part of your mission, like farmland, because I don't know what they're doing to the food these days, but it is not good. It's not all countries though. It's only some of them that have an agenda to basically try to destroy people through the food that they ingest. So you may be called to have something to do with farmland. Either way, with the tower, you're going to cause shifts in paradigms and environments. Everything that you do, there is a purpose to it. So if it feels like you go into certain environments and it just breaks apart, or people, when they're around you, they just can't get along, that's for a reason. You're not meant to blend in. You're meant to disrupt. If you end up in a position of power also, I feel like people may try to bring you down, tag team you, because they know that you can actually make real changes in the world. And that's what some of you are going to do. You got this scepter here. This scepter can do anything. If you want to change the world, you don't even have to change you. You can jump into a different timeline. You can jump into a different reality and just leave the past where it's at. You guys are so powerful and so capable, and you have the knowledge. It's just at times we get so caught up in the 3D that we get distracted or we forget. Keep that innocence. That inner child of yours that is always there, that always wants to be fed, that likes to have fun, that likes to do childlike things, keep that innocence. So that's the end of your reading. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and I will see you soon. Bye.